going on? How we doing, everyone? But the music wasn't playing for the first like 30 seconds, so you guys just looking at me like, what's this guy bopping his head to right now? But how we doing, guys? What's good, Slyfawn? See you. I keep seeing you in the co-working channel, man. Bro, are you hustling? Like, what's the go? Are you like pumping out like 10 freaking apps a day? What are you doing? Islam, welcome. Haven't seen you before. How you doing, bro? Currently, we are building our autonomous app factory today. Now, check out this graphic that I made. I'm pretty proud of it, so I just kind of wanted to show you. But this is a little teaser for the Openclaw masterclass that I'm about to launch. It's going to come out next week, Wednesday, I think. I'm really excited about it. I keep talking about it. You keep hearing me talk about it because it's literally the longest video project that I've ever worked on. It's like an hour long. It's going to break down Openclaw in so many different ways. I'm also working on the top 30 skills that I've found for Claude Code. So that's another video that's going to come out this week. So stay tuned for those two bangers, all right? I'm bringing out bangers for you guys. So just letting you know, yeah, there's some real good videos coming out. I try to get better every single day, every single week. What's up, Jasco? Yo, 2 days in a row, man. Went from never seeing you to seeing you every live stream. What's going on? We got a new family member. Blues, where the hell have you been, man? Where the hell have you been, bro? I missed you, man. I missed you. Can't be having the OGs gone for so long, man. For those that don't know Blues was like one of the first people to start watching me in the live streams. I think it was like on day 10, maybe. I think you came in around day 10, right? And I don't know, me and Blues just kicked it off, man. Blues is making like a cool Pokemon. Are you still making the Pokemon card identifier thing? Are you still going hard on that, or what's up? Nah, man, I just love to vibe and chat, trying to keep the community live and strong. Let's go, Slyfawn. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. I feel like we got a banging community at the moment. I'm not going to lie. Like, what community do you see that is the size of ours? Because I'm not going to say ours is very big. We've only got like 1,500 members. You've got communities with like 10,000 members. And it's not as active as our community. Our community, there's always someone in the co-working chat. Like every time I look, there's someone in the voice channel. So if you are not in the Discord, I don't know what you're doing, because we literally have such a strong community in that Discord right now. There's always someone working on something, and they're either in the voice channel or in the chat. Like if you're like me and you literally vibe code and you're just by yourself in your apartment and you want some company, honestly, Discord voice chat is where it's at. Always some real interesting topics going on in there. Just be careful. There's a few yappers out there. Few yappers. Mate, you don't want to go in the chat with Blues, that's for sure. Blues will talk your ear off. I've been busy with work, man. We got a new tech lead who doesn't know what he's doing. So I've been taking on more responsibility. Man, I hope they're paying you more for that responsibility, bro. But I be in the Discord when I can. That's good. That's good. What's goody with it? Not much, Jasco. I hope you've been well, man. I missed you too, gang. Trust, I ain't going nowhere. Yes, sir. My shit cracked now. Not to mention brag about the amount of people always chatting in the voice channels. Yes, sir. It's a very supportive and loyal community. Hey, don't hear it from me. Hear it from the chat, man. Hear it from Helios, who loves talking. He's a talker as well. Helios and Blues, bro. Just make sure you're not in the Discord chat with those two. Otherwise, yeah, you ain't getting no work done. Afternoon, Automator. How you doing, bro? Hope you've been well. Automator Lab. I'm assuming your name is says a lot about you and what you're doing right now. Is that true? Are you making like automation workflows or something? What's going on with you, Automator Lab? Tim Combridge, welcome back, man. Welcome back. Nice to see you again. Nice to see you. It's good because your username on YouTube and your username on the Discord is similar, so I can like instantly pick you out. It's always, you guys got to understand, it's hard to remember two sets of names, all right? You guys got to go a bit easy on me. I have to remember two sets of names. Not only do I need to remember you on Discord, but I also got to remember you on YouTube. That's two literally, and I suck at names, and I have to remember two sets. So do me a favor, if you're in the Discord and you have a username that is different, like pick one, man. Pick a username, man. Sometimes I'll be talking in the co-working chat and it'll be mad awkward because they'll be like, oh, like, remember we had a chat on live stream? And I'm like, what? I've literally never seen your name before, bro. Like, literally never seen your name. And then they'll be like, oh, yeah, but I mean, like, my new username's this. And I'm like, oh, you're that guy. You know what I mean? Those awkward conversations, man. You're going to save me some awkward conversations if you do that for me. What up, Drew? How we doing? Damon, what's good? Man, Damon is in every live stream without fail. I'm not going to lie. I appreciate you, Damon. You're like always the first person to comment and the first person to join the live streams without fail. What do you do? What do you do with yourself, Damon? Are you vibe coding and stuff as well? But today, I'm actually kind of excited because let me actually just give you a quick refresh. So for the last hour of the last live stream, we basically got 2 Claude Code instances to review our app factory. Now, for those that haven't been on the live streams in a while, I know Blues, you've been away for a bit. Basically what's happened is I built this app factory. I'm sure you're familiar. I think you did see that. But what actually ended up happening was I didn't package it in a way that it could work in any device. It just worked on my Mac Mini. And so I literally needed to rebuild the entire thing from scratch. And so for the last few live streams, maybe 2 or 3 live streams, I've literally rebuilt the entire app factory from the ground up. And yesterday we were able to build our first app end to end with the new app factory. Now, that being said, there were a lot of issues, like really minor things. And so what I actually got on the left-hand side here is I had Claude Code, 2 instances of Claude Code, review the app factory end to end, okay? From literally the ideation all the way to the build phase. And I told it to like literally take notes of every single thing that you see happening and don't be biased. Like tell me what's actually happening. Because I noticed in review phase, we're asking Codex to come in, but you know, just because it says we're asking Codex to come in, I don't want you to tell me, okay, Codex has come in. Tell me what is actually going on. Is Claude coming in? You know what I mean? Because there's always those biases coming around. And so I got all that data and then I fed it into Codex, okay? And Codex came up with this fat prompt. Look at this, look at this, look at this. How many? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 high priority things to fix. 11. Like what the hell? And then it came up with like, all in all, we had 24 things that Codex found that was wrong with the app factory. So I actually told it to go ahead and fix all those issues. Now I know that I'm not expecting it to like have actually succeeded fully because this is like too big of a prompt. It's literally got 20 different tasks. Obviously Codex 5.4, pretty interesting, pretty talented, pretty talented. Like it's a human. Pretty strong model we have here, but it worked for 21 minutes. It used 156,000 tokens. Okay, damn. I'm actually curious. What do you reckon is the most amount of tokens you guys have used in a prompt? Like what is because I'm not going to lie, I haven't been checking, but 156,000 sounds like a lot. That's huge. That's heaps. But yeah, let's go ahead and just see what it's saying. I patched the audit items and left a working checklist at context app factory checklist. The biggest runtime fixes are in. That covers the broken start flow, workspace resources, environment variable writing, review routing. I also fixed the behavior drift around queue passing. The one thing I would still treat as a real-world smoke test item, not a code review item, is the App Store Xcode manual fallback path during deploy stage. The state model and lock coordination are fixed, but the path is shell heavy, enough that I'd still want Opus to review it against the next live run. Okay, so what I might actually do now, because this would have been updated through a branch, is it? I'm assuming this would have been through a branch. Send me the branch and commit ID so I can get Claude to review it. Do you guys do that? This is my first time actually doing both. I've never actually gotten Claude to review Codex. I've only ever gotten Codex to review Claude. 160,000 is insane. Okay, cool. I'm making sure that is actually pretty crazy, because I was like, damn, that's got to be a fat prompt. Conductor W. Yo, Automator, are you using Conductor as well? Codex is great for bugs. Yo, first chat here, you're the inspiration. I just fully built all of my departments on Openclaw, and your video, the 13 best skills, helped out. Oh, let's go. Swassom. I'm glad I could help, bro. I got another video coming out, I think end of this week, if I can make it in time, where I'm talking about the top 30 Claude Code skills. So I think that'll be really cool. I do a shit ton of research on X mainly. We've got like Karpathi's researcher skill on there. We've got like a UI designer skill on there. We've got like a PDF scanner skill on there. Like literally, I try to cover everything. It's really, really good. Yeah, it's okay. We got the branch comment here. I'm actually really excited to share that with you guys. All right, so I need us to open up a doc. For those that don't know, my mic is connected to the live stream, so I can't use Whisperflow or a voice annotation app through my Mac Mini because it's connected to my MacBook Pro, which is live streaming, if that makes sense. So I literally open up a doc like this, and I will talk into this doc, get the prompt, and then paste it into here. I just found that is kind of the best. If someone has a better alternative to what I'm doing, then let me know. I don't have a spare mic though, which is, I've realized is actually a bit of a problem. But Codex has just reviewed the entire app factory. Here is the branch and commit number. Can you just have a look at the changes and give us any feedback to send back to Codex? I'll also provide you the list, the checklist that he... Does everyone always think Codex is a he? Because I always say he when I say Codex. I also provided you the checklist that he used. All right, let me put that in there, and then let me just check. Did you save, right? Okay, cool. And then this is that's the prompt, but the checklist is actually here. Fixed. Interesting. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So there's 18 ticks on the checklist, but I noticed on the actual prompt there were 24 problems. So let me just... 18 checks on the checklist, but in the MD from earlier with the list of problems, there were 24. Quick maths. Did you group some together or did you miss any? I might just copy this. All right, what's the bet? This is going to be another fat prompt. You should turn up the mic a bit. Oh yeah, easy. I always try to get it off of this. Here, I'll show you. I always try to make sure my mic doesn't hit like the red bar. And I notice when I have it up like this, it hits the red bar. But yeah, I can turn it up. I hope that helps. It's a bit better. Okay, do you guys like it when I play music in the background or nah? Just can we get like a little bit of a... here, let me actually start a poll. I'm going to start a poll. music in background. Yes, no. All right. Quick poll. Do you guys want music in the background? Yes or no? Because I always feel like it's good, but I can't tell if it takes up like, if you guys can hear me properly or not. So just, I'm going to let this run for a bit. I'll let this poll run for 5 minutes and then I'll see what the outcome is. Short answer, I grouped several of them, but I also should be explicit that not all 24 became 24 separate checklist lines. Okay. Okay, cool. Fair enough. Everyone likes the music. It's looking like music is winning. Now let me look at what Codex actually... Whoa, that was quick. That was very quick. What was addressed well? The commit tackles 15 of the 24 findings with solid tested fixes. Okay. What was not addressed? Send these back to Codex. Is not the reviewed. The commit removes Codex and Sonnet 4.6 from the docs comments. Good cleanup, but still doesn't read the verify model from config. The model is still whatever's coded, hard-coded in the script. Codex should wire. No waiting for manual deploy state. Partially done. Prompts missing MCP tools from old bash. Historical data inconsistency. Start broke. New concerns from the commit itself. Okay, yep. Let's run this. I'm just gonna paste this. Let me just copy this into Codex. Here is Claude feedback. Okay. All right. We got one person saying no on the music. I wonder who that was. Man, I should do polls more, hey. Polls are kind of fun. I've read Claude's notes. Okay, cool. The only thing I'm worried about is we get it to fix all these issues. Anyone else notice that the MatchMind icon keeps switching between the old icon and the new one? I don't know why it's doing that. Another thing that we added, which it's not letting me use for some reason, I don't know why, use AI to brainstorm new app ideas and add them to the queue. Interesting. Is that because this is on? I wonder why it's not letting me select. That was a bit too quick. Claude's review is mostly useful, but the two of the not addressed points are false positives. Patch the let me just copy this into Claude. As a chatter, I love polls. Yeah, as a little yapper. Damn, we got like 3 people saying no on the music. Interesting. I wouldn't have actually guessed that. Personally, I always work with music. I feel like it helps almost like stimulate your brain a little bit, you know? All right, it's looking 25% to no, 75% to yes. I'll leave like 2 more minutes on that poll. All right, 1 more minute on that poll as soon as it hits 5. Yo, anyone working alongside me right now? I need to actually update my music library. Damn, 31%. I'm convinced you guys just wanted to see 69% on the yes. As a chatter, I love polls. I'll probably have to do more of them, bro. It's a good way to engage with you guys. I do kind of like playing my own music while listening to your streams in the background, but you're good. Yep, always working, brother. Building. I'm with you, Automator. Let's go. That's good. It almost feels like a digital co-working space. You know what I mean? Like we're all actually working, just like digitally, virtually kind of connecting. I kind of vibe with it. It's cool. And that's kind of what my goal is with these live streams. You know, I really want to create an environment where we're all kind of working and like talking to each other. Because at the end of the day, it can be a bit lonely when you're working on things and you're at home, for example, you know, especially if you're a solo entrepreneur or something like that, like me. All right, looks like yes has won. It's actually closer than I thought. And the poll here, music is coming on. Let me know if that's too loud, too quiet. All right. Good corrections. I'll own those two false positives. Verified fix. No residuals worth patching, not blocking next. E2. Not a bug. Whether codec should own the review phase itself versus staying as the post build independent verifier. Current design is intentional. Review uses Sonnet. Codex verifies after build. If you want Codex as the reviewer, that's a design decision, not a fix. I want Codex as the reviewer. Codex is good with the architectural decisions and reviewing code. So MatchMind was a bit of an interesting one. So one thing I did notice, actually, I put a note in to MatchMind, and I don't know if it actually picked it up. Actually, it did right here. Upload a chat screenshot. Okay, so it did pick it up. I work from home 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. so I love a good co-working crew. Damn, Tim, you're a hustler. What do you do for work, if you don't mind sharing? What's your role? Are you like Vibecoding apps, or do you have your own company? Or Tim Combridge. Vibecoding with the live is way less prone to the hole, sidetracked by conversation issues that comes with VC, but it still happens, I guess. Yeah, 100%. Depends on how engaged you get with chat. Lately, Claude is working so good, like I am pumped. Dude, Slife One, I completely agree with you. When I'm working in the co-working channel and Discord, I like don't get any work done. It's like, because I'm always talking to you guys, but in the live streams, I feel like we kind of go back and forth between like locking in and then talking and then locking in and talking. It's like nice little break. So for those who missed out on yesterday, MatchMind is essentially a AI dating app that provides tools to verify the authenticity of profiles or clearly understand a match's true intentions, leading to frustration and wasted time. So you could literally upload a screenshot. It could tell you what to say. Photo scan will upload a photo of the person and it'll tell you if it's AI generated or if that it's heavily edited photo. Bio analyzer is probably the free option that we're going to provide, where you can literally paste in the bio and it'll tell you what their intentions are. Bio optimizer as well. This is interesting for sure. I can see this kind of being the winning feature for this specific app. But yeah, super interesting. while that is running though, I don't know if that link will send or not. It didn't send, Tim, but if you chuck it in show off, I'll have a look. Just let me know when it's in the show off channel on Discord. It's so hard to balance. Late nights seem to be the sweet spot when everyone is too exhausted to yap. Slyphorn message retracted. Whoa. Bro was like, I ain't giving everyone my my alpha. I was gonna do, okay, yeah, so apparently I think Openclaw released a new update as well. So let's go ahead and update our Openclaw. Let me just check real quick. Yo, new Claude feature. What's this? You can now enable Claude to use your computer to complete tasks. It opens your apps, navigates your browser, fills in spreadsheets, anything you do sitting at your desk. Research and preview in Claude Cowork and Claude Code, macOS only. Damn. That is super interesting. They're literally just outright just trying to copy Openclaw. Claude uses your connected apps first, Slack, calendar, and other integrations. When there's no connector for the tool you need, it asks for your permission to open the app on your screen directly. Assign a task on your phone and turn your attention to something else. Cool. I wonder why they always release it on Mac OS first. Let me check the Openclaw. Apparently Openclaw did a pretty big update recently. Let's have a look. Openclaw 2026 3.22 Claw Hub plugin marketplace. Interesting. Mini Max M2.5. Okay, GPT 5.4 Mini. By the way, side questions. Okay, they've just added that from Claude. Looks like they're taking stuff from each other. OpenShell plus SSH sandboxes. Exa, Tavily, Firecrawl search. Interesting. This release is so big it needs its own table of contents. Damn. All right. Let me just go ahead and prompt my Openclaw. I haven't even checked the morning briefing. What am I doing? Please update yourself to the latest Openclaw update. What's the morning briefing saying? Morning briefing. Wait, that's the old one. No, this is the new one. Okay, morning briefing. AI and Vibecoding news. Sundar Pichai versus Sridhar Vembu debate on Vibecoding. Isn't Pichai the Google guy? Pichai is, yeah, he's the CEO of Google. Says it's making coding enjoyable again. Vembu has reservations, major mainstream validation of the movement you're building in. Vembu has reservations. Who the hell is this guy? Vembu Technologies, a data protection backup software provider. The billionaire founder of Zoho. Okay, yeah, fair enough. Interesting how he's got reservations. So Sundar Pichai, CEO of Google, obviously is going to be bullish. They're making so many tools. Google unveiled new AI vibe coding tool, turns plain English into apps in seconds. I'm pretty sure that's Stitch, no? Or the AI suite that they built. NBC ran a feature, how vibe coding is making everyone a creator. The narrative is hitting mainstream TV news now. NBC did that. Damn, that's kind of cool. I actually want to look at that. NBC is pretty big, no? How vibe coding is making everyone a creator. Another con in that is that amateur app developers relying on vibe coding may have a hard time profiting because anyone can make anything. I think the real opportunity is for these niche industries like you into bird watching or aquariums. Quintero said, in the past, all these niches had issues that could potentially be solved by software, but software manufacturers would likely not take on the project because there wasn't enough of a viable market because of the development costs. Today, someone in the this is what I'm saying, man. Today, someone in the particular niche doesn't have to be a developer. They could actually build a solution that solves a problem for them. It's a truth they saw play out at a build-a-thon with Palmer. Okay, that's cool. I completely agree with that. Product Hunt Best Vibe Coding Tools 2026 category is heating up. Interesting. This is a thing. What else we got here? Tweet of the day. Oh, I couldn't access my channel for some reason. Weird. Okay. Okay. No, that's misspelled it. Whoops. Cool. All right, let's get back here. Random question, but let's say you have 100, 200 bucks on you and want to use Openclaw. How would you go about it? Honestly, 100, 200 bucks, get the Claude Max plan and OAuth it, man. Like, they kind of scared everyone at the start with the whole OAuth thing. And they told people not to use it through OAuth. Basically what OAuth is it lets you use your Claude Max subscription on Openclaw. And the Claude Max subscription gives you basically like $2,000, $3,000 worth of credits or tokens for like 200 bucks. It's subsidized by the VC money that they've earned because they're trying to bring as many users in as possible, right? If you actually use their API, you have to spend $2,000, $3,000 to get the same amount of tokens. So using the API for your Openclaw doesn't really make any sense. However, if you connect your OAuth, you can use your Openclaw for 10 times cheaper. You can do it within that budget that you just mentioned. I reckon it's worth it. So you would say it's enough for testing and stuff like that? Dude, it's more than enough for testing. I'm running it for my entire setup right here. Like it's doing all of this right now. It's literally scraping trending tweets every couple of hours so I can make content out of it. Based off of the trending tweets, it's giving me content briefs. It's giving me idea pipelines based off of the tweets as well. This tweets actually sets up multiple workflows at the same time. I get a weekly report here that tells me like what's going on, how I can improve. I'm about to set up the App Factory stuff with marketing as well, probably through a sub agent. Quick tasks, I basically get it to do like, if I have an idea or something, I'll basically chuck it in there. And I'm doing all of this through Opus right now. Yeah, I think it's fine. What are the odds they'll still ban you with Max? Look, they do ban you. There are some cases of them banning people, but I've spoken to a lot of people now, and out of everyone that I've spoken to, no one's gotten banned. I've probably spoken to at least like 50 different people on this topic. Every single one of them, none of them have gotten banned. I have one person who got banned, actually. The one person I know that got banned is Ollie, who was also the creator of the Larry marketing skill. Now, I don't know if you're a power user like him, but he got banned for Claude Max, using the Claude Max plan. However, he said it wasn't even that big of a deal because all he did was he just used his second email and got a new subscription, and everything was sunshine and rainbows. So yeah, so you can see right here, Larry's back on Claude Max plan. Here's what worked. And there you go. You can see him talking to him about how everything that happened. But yeah, he's the only guy that got banned. And to be fair, it makes sense why he got banned. He's a freaking power user, man. And think of how heavily he'd be using the Claude Max plan with the Larry skill. So yeah, this is the only guy I know that got banned, and he literally just created a second account and it ended up being fine. So yeah, I mean, take it with a grain of salt. I'm not obviously going to promote that sort of behavior, but you know, because from what I see, only cheaper versions would be going for Claude, right? Because for what I see, only cheaper version would be going for Claude, right? Claude is only $40 a month, so it depends. If your budget is like less than $50, it's $40 a month. If you want it to be even cheaper, you can literally get the $20 a month Kimi subscription and then just plug it to your Openclaw device. I'd honestly recommend that because you get a bit more freedom. I reckon KimiClaw is literally if you have zero technical ability and all you want to do is press a button to launch something. That is what I would recommend KimiClaw for. I would assume everyone in this live stream knows how to set up Openclaw, knows how to open a terminal and press in a command. If you don't know how to do that, then just ask Claude Code to do it. You know what I mean? So KimiClaw, I think, is for like a normie. I would consider KimiClaw to be for the normies, but I would recommend just setting up Openclaw yourself. It's not that hard. If you run into problems, just ask AI. How exactly do I set it up with my subscription? So when you set it up, I'll show you. It'll come up with this, Openclaw OAuth. It'll look something like this. Can you see that? So, but it'll be for Anthropic, and it will ask for the Gemini. It will ask for the AI API key or the OAuth, and you want to click OAuth because this is basically how you can connect it to your Max plan. And then it's going to give you a command, and if it doesn't give you the command, just search it up. How to get OAuth from Claude. Paste that into your terminal. It's going to send you to a link to verify. Click accept. Go back to the terminal. You're going to get a string, okay? A string of numbers. Just paste that into your Openclaw and you're good to go. Also, if you don't want to risk it, OpenAI does let you use their OAuth without any backlash. Okay, so you can literally use Codex 5.4 in Openclaw as well. Although I feel like Opus is actually a little better, my personal opinion. But if you like Codex more, then you can use that without any issues. Changes, Codex now owns the review phase. So I've already set up my Openclaw. I'd need to restart it. No, you don't need to restart it. You need to do this command. I think it's something config. You need to run this specific command. I think it's Openclaw. No, not that one. Here, let me try and find it. I think it's Openclaw config. Like it's like this, Openclaw config. I think that is the command. Like don't hold me to it. If it's not the command, just look in the docs, but you can change the models. I gave up on trying to fix my OpenRouter issues, decided to go with the Olama $20 deal for cloud models. Lots of Chinese models, but so far so good, using Minimax 2.7. Are you doing that locally, Sliphone? Are you running it locally? I got started with OpenRouter, pretty cheap access to good models like Claude 2. Yeah, OpenRouter is good. I like OpenRouter as well. OpenRouter is probably mainly what I use for the app factory actually. So far, I've projected that I should be able to run 4 to 8 subagents without hitting any limits. Time will tell. Okay, interesting. Well, thank you so much for looking for me. I appreciate that. I think that is the command as well. Okay, cool. Glad I could help, Noah. I double checked the Claude OAuth with Claude itself, so it's not true. You can still use it, right? You can use it, it's just against their terms of service. So I'm not going to promote it, but you can use it. That's all I'm gonna say. All right, let's go ahead and submit MatchMind, man. Let's deploy. Too much yapping. Let's actually get one of these apps live. So I built this nicely, which is cool. The branch you gave does not contain. This was a prompt for you to implement. Okay, cool. The biggest issue that I've found is I'm trying to get Codex to review the apps that Opus builds. Opus loves to skip that step for some reason. They don't want to use Codex. They just want you. So if Opus builds it, it'll get Sonnet to review it. And I'm like, dude, just get freaking Opus to review it, man. That is the whole, it's kind of annoying. Like, it always tries to jump corners. Using Paul and Carl now, super structured. I'm also using GPT to make the prompts. Yo, I keep hearing about Paul and Carl. Can I like, where can I find more out about this? I work in the Salesforce space, building and working in media. Oh, cool. So this is what you do, Tim? Hey, look at this fella. Look at this handsome fella. Where are you based out of? Content writer. That's cool. So you're actually pretty deep into this then, Tim. Because you got to do research and everything, right? To like be able to obviously write content. Can you really run Salesforce on an iPad? Is this all SEO? Why you should not be vibe coding Salesforce flows? Nah, dope. Cool to see, Tim. Keep it up. Based in Queensland. Oh, you're from Australia. Nice. Payne, what up? Welcome. GitHub Christopher/Paul. So what does it do, Jerome? No description. It's only got 433 stars. Plan, apply, unify loop. Structured AI assisted development for Claude Code. Oh, I have seen people use this. Quality over speed for speed's sake in session context over sub agents. Sprawl. Why Paul? I build with Claude Code every day. It's incredibly powerful when you give it the right context. The problem? Context rot. As your session fills up, quality degrades, sub-agents spawn with the fresh context but return 70% quality work that needs cleanup. Plans get created but never closed. State drifts, you end up debugging AI output instead of shipping features. Paul fixes this with 3 principles. Loop integrity. Every plan closes with unify. No orphan plans. Unify reconciles what was planned versus what happened. Update state. This is the heartbeat. In session context, sub-agents are expensive and produce lower quality for implementation work. Paul keeps development in session with properly managed context. Sub-agents are reserved for discovery and research. Their job is to gather context. Interesting. Acceptance-driven development. Acceptance criteria are first-class citizens, not afterthoughts. It's funny. Define done before starting. Every task references its AC. The complexity is in the system, not your workflow. Behind the scenes, structured state management, XML, task formatting, loop enforcement, what you see, a few commands that keep you on track. Who this is for? AI-assisted developers who want structure without bureaucracy. You describe what you want, Claude Code builds it, and Paul ensures plans have clear acceptance criteria, execution stays bounded, every unit of work gets closed properly, state persists across sessions, decisions are getting logged for future reference, no sprint ceremonies, no story points, no enterprise theater, just a system that keeps AI-assisted development reliable. Cool. I'm just trying to think of... I might need to try this out, to be honest. There's some really cool open source tools coming out right now, man. This is still going. Build auto upload with icon, building archives. Taking a minute, man. I might just go ahead and archive these. And let me just add a new instance. The current deploy this is cool. Rare city visited, Dilly. You visited one of 27 rare cities. Damn, I didn't know that. That's cool. Named after cities. I rate that. Let's go ahead and just say the current deploy for Intentra is slower than normal. Stuck at 75%. Please look into what's going on. MatchMind. Also read Claude.md to come up to speed. Why you use light mode, by the way? For what? Light mode for this, or? I use dark mode for Discord. Yeah, what's Blue's live streaming? Blue's live streaming Valorant right now. Nice. We're cutting edge boys. I'm pretty new to this, but how can I use Openclaw or Claude to dominate the sign industry and get more sales? That's a good question, man. Honestly, the best advice I would give to you is prompt your Openclaw that question. And it's called reverse prompting, where basically what you're doing is you are now asking Openclaw what it can do for you. You are not telling Openclaw what to do. So it's a different kind of shift in thinking. If you want to accomplish something, you need to reverse engineer it. So what you want to do is you reverse prompt Openclaw, give it access to the internet using Brave API. Give it access to, whatever it needs, maybe X API for the research, maybe give it access to Reddit, and just say, look, this is what I want to do, and talk to it for like a minute or two. Don't be shy, like literally talk to it for as long as you possibly can, and then go and then reverse engineer. Talk about your competitors, talk about what they're doing, talk about what you do, talk about what you do differently, talk about everything, every little thing. And then see what happens. I made GPT read it and prompt with it in mind. GPT gave me prompts in phases, 6 phases. Oh, and before that, I made GPT make a PRD for it with Paul and the other skills and plugins in mind. So you didn't actually use Paul, you just said to look at it and work similar to how it says to. For browsing and etc., like GitHub as well. I mean, it's just whatever my thing is. It turns dark based on the time of day. Like I've got it set to automatic. So during the day it's light, during nighttime it gets dark. So where you are, Payne, it's probably like what, afternoonish? Be like LC Signs Tony, man, owns the signs marketing space. Tony LC is the best. Who the hell is this Tony LC guy? Tony LC, Tony Zhu is a Chinese marketing professional and viral TikTok content creator. Oh, the LED signs guy. Yeah. I know who you're talking about now. How's Intentra? It's moving. We've basically built it, but for some reason the deploy is acting a little funky. You can kind of see it here. We've got chat coach, photo scan. We've got bio analyzer and my bio. You can kind of optimize your own bio as well. I really want to build a looks maxing app. I feel like that could be fun to market. There's no MatchMind anywhere in the factory. Here's what I found. You didn't read Claude.md. God damn it. ClaudeMD will tell you where to look. You are looking at the wrong place. Okay, what's this saying? I want code. Okay, I did that. Alright, this is... You're right, let me look at the conductor. Why does it keep making that mistake? What does a ClaudeMD actually say? Minimal technical output. Auto redact sensitive data. Always redact, show as redacted. Okay. Codex review, factory learning loop. Current status. Rebuild for scalability. Development workflow important. Do not modify files inside context. Okay. Let me know that. Thanks for Tony LC tip. No, I installed the plugins on Claude Code and I'm using Claude Code to build the app. GPT is just my co-pilot helping me prompt. Okay, nice. I've seen a lot of people who are a bit skeptical on skills. They'll actually just send the skill into their Claude or Codex instance and just be like, yo, can we rebuild this? Because, you know, obviously you're installing code that is not reviewed or anything. So if you want to be extra careful, you can always just do that. Skills are just a bunch of markdown files at the end of the day. You always mention looks maxing app. Why you don't build it? Because every time I always mention it, like I'm definitely going to build it, but I just want the app factory to be working. I don't want to build an app idea that I really want to build with like a half-baked app factory. You know what I mean? Now I see the full picture. Here's what's going on. Process crashed or was killed during the build archive step. The process file at TMP will save, but no process is running. It's a stale progress file. Look at the projects. To fix this, the simplest thing to clear the stale process. Okay, let me put this into Codex. Okay, now how can we fix this issue? Man, you want Codex when you want to get shit done. Yo, are you worried some hacker's gonna watch your videos and find loopholes and weaknesses and hack your apps? At the end of the day, all the apps that I'm building, the data is stored locally on your devices and they're harmless apps as well. One of them is literally plant identifier. Like what are you gonna do hacking this app? Like, what are you gonna do? You're gonna look at the plants that I own in my house? You know what I mean? Everything's built behind Xcode and Apple's own templates. So if they want to go and hack it, like they're basically hacking against Apple, for one. And for two, there's nothing to even like get out of these apps. Like what do you want to know? The corner of the plant? You want to know what breed that plant is in the background? You know what I mean? Like, there's not, you want to know what warranties I hold? Like, I don't know. I don't think it's that big of a problem. You want to know what's in my pantry? You want to know what's in my pantry? Like, I don't think it's that big of a deal. If obviously we were building something finance related or something, obviously security is definitely something that I would take a bit more seriously. But I think the apps that we're taking on are really not that, like, why would you want to hack into that app in the first place? When it comes to credit credentials and everything like that, you're either using Stripe API, you're either using the Stripe plugin or the Apple payments plugin, which securely handles everything. So I don't think there's anything to really worry about, bro. Look in, wait, is this Codex? That's Codex review. Here. I was meant to send it in here. How can we fix this? Hey Doobie, I want to steal your plants, lol. Just joined, what's up? Can you explain the Openclaw security issue? I wanted to install it in my home lab. Also, do you have coding experience or just started Vibecoding? I have zero technical experience. I came from a marketing background, so these past 45 days is basically all the knowledge that I've gained from Vibecoding. I'm not too sure what you mean about the security issue with Openclaw. Is it something specific? What if they hack your API keys or something like that? They'll give you a big API bill. Yeah, that's true. Worst comes to worst, they hack my API keys, but I've set limits on everything. So they spend like $200 on my API key. Like, that's all right. I can live with that, you know? I feel like I've gotten way more benefit. I would just see it as like my payment for like being able to build in public. I'm gonna stream the videos and put on YouTube as Doobie Plants. Bro, silly lad, bro. Don't do that, bro. Please, bro. To be honest, stuff like that is just L thinking. People who get stuff done don't worry about that stuff. I mean, yeah, I think there's both ways to look at it, Colin. You know, obviously security is important. And I think it completely depends on the type of app that you're building, you know. Obviously, I think, you know, if you think about certain things and it stops you from doing what you want to do, like obviously maybe rethink how you view things. But, you know, if you're building a finance app or a crypto app, security should be front of mind, because the amount of crypto scams out there, you need to think about security. How I would tackle security if it was a crypto app is I'd use, it's fully, what's it called? Privy. I'd use Privy. Privy is literally this, it's a plugin built by Stripe company and it handles the whole crypto wallet infrastructure. So even like if someone tries to hack your app, they're hacking Privy, which is backed by Stripe. They're not hacking into your shitty little Vibecoded app. Tim says, all the apps you built, Doobie, are they just like simple single player apps, or have you done any with a login, a backend, cross-platform supports, etc.? Yeah, so I built AllMiner, which is a crypto trading platform. Now, it's worth mentioning that this was very early days. So I wouldn't say, I don't really push this or promote this anymore, but this is kind of my very first app that I built called AllMiner, which was basically in its simplest form a crypto trading tool. and it would automate certain activities. And it was built for this specific project called Ore. And yeah, this has a backend. This has over 1,000 users that have registered. It's done over $650,000 in trading volume. And hold up, I can even show you the dashboard. I haven't looked at this dashboard in a while, so we can have a look together. But because of the recent decline in crypto, all the numbers are down, because all the numbers were calculated based off of the crypto pricing. So once crypto halved, all my developer dashboard numbers also halved. So if this wants to load, and you can see here we had full-on documents. It was pretty complicated. Like, there were a lot of things involved. You can see even like the amount of users that we had. We had a leaderboard here. If this loads, maybe it's not going to load. I don't know. I haven't checked this in like over a month, so it might not even load. Yeah, I might be able to pull up an old screenshot. Because I like to save my progress. So I probably do have a screenshot I can share. Here. Oh, no, it loaded. Okay, cool. Actually, it'll be good to compare. Yeah, so these were basically my results. Now, you can see here, we had over 1,000 users join at one point. Now that's not including people who joined and didn't participate. This has dropped significantly. Basically Solana, which is what this is based off of, has dropped in price like a lot. Solana price, you can kind of see in the last year, it's gone from $350 down to $130. So you can imagine what that would have looked like. Even the total deployed, this would have been close to $1 million now. It's only at 488,000. This is the amount of volume that went through the app. And basically the way we monetized is we took a really small transaction fee. So you can kind of just do the maths and say, okay, 488,000. And if we took a very small fee, yeah, there you go. It kind of adds to around the same, but we took a 0.25% fee for every single trade, and it was just automated. And so the amount of volume is what we're aiming for, right? Because that's how we get that. You can also see how when it was closer to $1 mil, the fees were also a lot higher. And then we also built Sway. Sway was a prediction markets trading Tinder-like interface. However, it didn't really perform too well. We'll have to see if it even works. So this is kind of Sway. You can swipe yes, left for no, down for skip. And then it kind of prompts you to deposit. I'm not going to deposit, but yeah, you get the gist. Those are kind of the two first apps that I built that were bigger. And I decided, okay, with the new Openclaw, now that Openclaw has come out, I think what we can do is we can actually validate ideas faster by being able to push multiple apps out daily. Okay, so I feel like up until this point, we haven't had the ability to do this, where you can automatically have a workflow that is just building apps in different niches with different pain points. And this is obviously not going to work, but you can kind of see like it literally goes and researches. It goes into subreddits and finds what people are talking about. It goes into X communities and says, okay, well, this is a frustration that people are finding. And then it goes and builds that app with those specific features. It also goes into the competitor research, and it finds, you know, other negative competitor reviews that people are saying about certain things, and then builds features based off of that as well. And then that way we're actually able to, on the ground, validate certain ideas. So if we have, let's say 10 apps, 9 of them don't do that well. 1 of them does like slightly better than average. I'd say like, let's say it does like maybe 10 times better than the other 9. Then we know, okay, let's double down on this single app and put some marketing spend behind it. We can do whatever we want behind it. And this is kind of the opportunity that I see with this, is we're able to one, automatically research the pain points within niches. 2, build out the app with the features baked in. 3, gauge demand. And then 4, double down on the winners. That's kind of how I see this working with the App Factory. And this is 2 products within itself. One is the actual App Factory, which I will be monetizing in the future when I think it's at a level that I'm happy with and people aren't going to complain about it. And 2, the actual apps that we're building, hopefully start producing some revenue. I don't know. It's more of an experiment. You know, at the end of the day, this might just crash and burn and fail miserably, and we're all going to laugh about it on the next live stream. But, you know, I like to try new things, and I want to do something that no one else has done before. I feel like this is something that people haven't done before. So yeah, hope that gives you a good understanding of everything. Security is L thinking until you get wrecked for not thinking about it, lol. That's funny. Yeah, good point. I remember all miner. Duh, I need a coffee. One of the biggest security vulnerabilities with Openclaw was people setting them up on insecure VPS cloud VMMs, leaving gateway open publicly, etc. Yeah, just download Tailscale and call it a day. Hey. Hi, Doobie, bro. When you say you have multiple agents, are these like sub-agents from the Openclaw installation or different installations altogether? Thanks. Yeah, you can run multiple sub-agents from the one Openclaw installation. So mine isn't turned on right now. But what you can actually do is on Discord, you can have your main Openclaw set up. And then what you can do is you can actually create a new Discord, and you have to create a Discord bot, right? But then what you can do, and you can just prompt your Openclaw and say, hey, look, here is a new Discord bot. Can we connect a sub-agent that is specifically going to focus on marketing to this Discord bot? And then what you have is you have a sub-agent that is only focused on marketing, okay? And what that does is it actually saves context on your main agent, which is really important because you don't want context bloat, right? So that way you can actually do multiple complex tasks in different areas without feeling like your Openclaw is broken. All good, Doobie. I remember seeing it in earlier streams. Now you mention it, I forgot. Haha. Let's go. Time to get to work, ninjas. Welcome back, Rich Ducat. I like the stream. I learn a lot and meet many amazing people. Time to work, ninjas. I'm using React, so all my apps are kind of universal. My mobile apps can also be web apps. Yeah, nice. I was building in React to start with as well. But I don't know, there's a different kind of vibe when you build with the Mac OS or iOS kind of toolkit. Just feels like nice and easier to build, especially when I'm vibe coding. I find that the app gets like to a nicer looking state. Like the base of the app being built on the first prompt is higher than when you use React. That's my personal opinion. I just feel like it looks cleaner. Hey bro, I hope you really read this message. I just really need to let you know you inspire me and I'm on my way to finishing my first app because of you. Thank you so much. Hey, let's go, Bim. Good shit, bro. Good shit. Just know that building that app is, you're only halfway there, bro. The other half is marketing it. Start thinking about how to market. Just know it is very difficult, but don't lose sight on the end goal. Remember why you built that app. And then also, if you don't have any marketing experience, just prompt AI or even just like literally just create at the end of the day, marketing is literally just getting people to know about you. It's not that complicated. All you got to do is open up a TikTok account. All you got to do is start posting content. That's literally it. If you want to go on X and start posting content on X, discoverability is not that good. If you want to go on Reddit, discoverability is quite high. Start posting on Reddit. TikTok has high discoverability. YouTube has high discoverability. Instagram has decent discoverability. So focus on the apps and platforms that have higher discoverability, like Reddit, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and just start pushing content on there. And at the end of the day, that is literally it. Any other marketing advice that tells you otherwise is wrong, unless you have a lot of money and you want to spend it on ad spend. But that's literally it. Just don't overthink it. Do those tasks and make it repetitive. Do it over and over again to the point where that's all you're doing. That's literally the marketing. That's it. I love it, dude. And it's great to watch the build and the lessons as you go through it. Where do you get financial data from? Reddit only? Financial data from? I mean, it depends. If you're working on crypto projects, I use DeFi Llama. This is good for crypto data. You can see here the top revenue generators in crypto. This will give you a good idea of where you can build and what niches and what's trending. For example, Titan Builder is a completely new top 10 contender. I haven't seen Titan Builder before, so the fact that it's in the top 10, it's like, okay, can I build a tool for this platform now? And I'd look into it and I'd be like, okay, cool. It's a neutral block builder on Ethereum. Scroll through what it's about. And then if you like it, if you vibe with it, build a tool for it. Maybe you can automate a process or something. That's how I would go about financial data for crypto. I'm giving mad alpha right now. I'm not gonna lie, because that is literally how you build profitable apps for crypto. That's how I built AllMiner. There can be only one Openclaw installation per computer. Each Openclaw can have multiple agents. Each agent can have sub-agents. This is my understanding. Yes, I agree. Thanks. Been using Telegram. Nice. Discord is really good. Telegram is also decent. But what's cool about Discord that I like, on Telegram, when you have to do something, you prompt it. It's a bit complex. For Openclaw, you're not going to be able to message it again. With Discord, it's really cool. You can literally say, hey, Openclaw. I don't say that. I say, hey, Sheldon, what are the trending topics around AI today? Right? And then while that's going, I can literally go into quick tasks and say, what's the circumference of the sun? And you'll see it is working on this as well as this at the same time. You can't get that on Telegram. Boom, 4.38 million kilometers. You asked me this 3 days ago, by the way. It's because I was proving the same prompt, the same point 3 days ago. But what I'm trying to say is you can run multiple instances on Discord. You can't do that on Telegram unless you have different groups, but I haven't tested that, so don't point me on it. And now we can look at Lovable hits 400 million ARR. Solo founders of Vibecoding products that make instant revenue. Apple drops MacBook Air 5. Pentagon adopting Palantir AI as core military system. Tencent integrates WeChat with Openclaw AI agent. Damn, that's cool. OpenAI doubling headcount to 8,000 by end of 2026. Like, Discord is literally the GOAT when it comes to Openclaw, man. And I don't think it's even close. Doobie got to do a software marketing guide with all that wisdom. I suck at the marketing part. I definitely should, hey. I definitely should. Thing is, when I think about creating a guide, I always think about how can I like make it the best guide ever, and it usually ends up taking a long time to make. Like even this Openclaw masterclass, I've been talking about it for weeks because I've literally gone ahead and looked at all the other Openclaw tutorials, and I'm like, okay, they missed this part here, they missed this part here, they missed that part there. How can I make the literally one place and the best Openclaw tutorial? And that's why it's taking a lot longer. And so, yeah, when it comes to building these guides and stuff, it's like, honestly, it's a really big project. It's like, is it worth tackling now? You know, is my wider audience outside of my core community understanding that my background is marketing? If so, is that going to translate in my content? Is that going to get good reach? Like, there's a lot of things to think about. But yeah, no, I definitely should. And I do plan to in the future. Okay, let's look at what Codex said. The immediate recovery for MatchMind is still remove the state. Please fix and merge. Also look into DO market investment. It's cool too. DO market investment. What is that? What is it? Is it a stock? What is it? AI picked strategies. NVIDIA's new CPU changes the chip landscape. Interesting. Haven't heard of it before. Does your Openclaw let you use your Claude OAuth? Yes, it does. I think there's a trick behind it. You need to read. I think I just saw Oliver tweet about it earlier. If you're having problems with connecting OAuth to your Claude Code, read this tweet right here. I'm trying to find it. I saw it earlier in the live stream. Here it is. Larry is back on Claude Max plan. So this guy ran into issues. He says, here's what worked. When generating a key, Claude setup token, both my terminal window I generated the key in and the Openclaw SSH window were causing the key to split on 2 lines. There were no indications in my config file that this had caused errors, no added character or spaces. I remember this being in the patch notes at one point because it used to add a hyphen. Stretching both windows to max width and trying again worked. So if you're having issues, maybe try that. That only works for Bitcoin apps, right? No, it works for all crypto apps. I use Discord to spin up a new channel for every task. Discord is superior, dude. Discord is so good. Does your automation factory use Claude authorization? It uses my Claude plan, yes. Can you imagine a world where Openclaw is better than Claude Code as an IDE for making apps? Dude, that would be insane. I wouldn't mind watching a short or video of marketing. Okay, good to know. Does the new Claude update not kinda replace Openclaw? I was thinking that it kinda does. I think what the difference is going to be between Claude Code and Openclaw, well, for one, obviously the biggest difference is the fact that Openclaw, you can use any model. So if Claude ever ends up stop being the superior model, because this is their edge right now, right? They have the best product. So you're going to want to use the best product. But if they stop being the best product, then, and like ChatGPT obviously is bringing fierce competition, Codex ends up being a lot better, people are going to want to go back to Openclaw. The second thing I think is how well does everything integrate, you know? They've been putting out updates left, right, center. How well does all of that integrate? Because I'm not gonna lie, I use Claude Code every single freaking day, and even though they've made so many updates, I don't even know how to utilize them fully. You know what I mean? Where with Openclaw, it's very like built in and everything's integrated really well. So I don't know, I feel like everything just works. Where with Claude, I feel like there's all these extra additions and things, and like, I don't even know, like maybe it's like a command that you got to use it. It's like, I think it's going to come down to how well integrated is it. Maybe they even need to have a new section entirely. Like when you use Claude Code right now, you have these 3 tabs at the top, right? You've got chat, Claude Cowork, and then you've got code, right? So maybe do they need to have like a 4th one? I don't know. I don't know what they need to do, but yeah, I just feel like it's a little disconnected. Even though they have all the features that Openclaw has, they got Agent SDK, for example. Like you could literally go and build your own if you wanted to, which I'm making a video on, which will be cool. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like, what do you guys think? Been using Claude Code to build stuff, but it's been brutal for front end stuff. Yeah, front end, I've seen a lot of people in the community use Gemini, and they'll prompt Gemini to then come up with like the UI schema or whatever, and then paste it into Claude Code. That's one method I've seen. Are you a dev or a crypto bro? I would say I am not a dev. I would say I'm a crypto bro. Having to check in with it so much is making me want to install Openclaw. Interesting. I mean, maybe this is what you want, because you can literally talk to it from your mobile device and run cron jobs and stuff. Like, maybe it'll work. Have you tried using it from your phone? Creative? What are you creating now? Still building this, and I need to prompt it, by the way. So let me have a look at this real quick. Please fix and merge. So the issue with the stale state, how can we avoid that happening again? Chrome to reverse engineer. Use Claude Chrome to reverse engineer a desired website front end. It's a game changer. Whoa, JMD, that's a good idea. I never thought about that. You literally, I think what he's trying to say is you use this Claude Chrome extension, obviously log in, and then depending on whatever site you're in, maybe you like, I don't know, maybe you like the Canva website or something. And then you would say, you know, let's reverse engineer how this site is made and give me a PRD or something. Is that right, JMD? Is that how you would do it? That's actually a really good idea for coming up with UI designs. I like that. I'm having issues with Openclaw. Do you have a guide to setting it up? I am releasing a guide in like 2 weeks. A week and a half even. I want Openclaw to be my everything app. I like how Claude knows everything because I talk to it so much. Yeah, for me it's actually ChatGPT that knows everything about me. I'm trying to make an app on Claude Code, and to be honest, I've been a bit underwhelmed. It can build stuff, but the polish is not there. Would still hire an experienced developer to finalize all of it. I mean, it also depends, Creative, how you prompt it at the start. You know, that PRD document you provide at the very start is super important, where you literally prompt Claude, hey, write me a PRD, talk to it. You got the voice thing right here. Talk to it for like 5 minutes about the app idea that you have. Then go into Codex and say, hey, review this PRD based on the output that Claude provides and give me critical feedback, constructive feedback, criticism, whatever. And then paste Codex's feedback into Claude, and then it's gonna say some shit, paste its response back into Codex, and just do that back and forth for like 30 minutes, an hour. And then use one of those open source builders like Taskmaster or something to then build out that entire PRD, because it might be 30, 40 pages long. It's going to skip and cut corners if it's a document that big. So you want to split it up using an open source skill or MCP like Taskmaster. But yeah, creative, I reckon like Vibecoding is a skill within itself, you know. And AI is just a tool, and it all depends on how you use it, man. Openclaw can just talk to it and it does everything. Claude Code requires more research and learning to use properly. Wait, is cron jobs brand new today? Did I miss an update in the 8 hours I went to go to sleep? Cron jobs came out maybe a week ago, I think, or last couple of days. Ninja, I need the guide now. I can't wait 2 weeks. Bro, you gotta wait, bro. Close. I run Claude-Chrome in terminal, spins up Chrome browser, but then records findings in your project folder. Oh, okay. Slightly different then. You don't use the actual Chrome extension. But that's actually a really good life hack, JMD. I didn't even consider that. Yeah, it might be that I suck. Cron jobs on Claude Code. Yes, cron jobs on Claude Code. Yo, we have 56 people watching right now and only 25 likes on the live stream. Like, what's going on, guys? What's going on? Y'all hate me or something? Y'all hate me or something? Like, what's going on? Show some love, show some support. Like up the stream if you haven't already. And let's have a look here. So you know how you have multiple agents running on Openclaw? Is that possible on Claude Code? Yes, it is possible using cron jobs. You can also have sub agents. Claude also has agent swarms. But yeah, you can definitely do that. Claude has agent SDK. Yeah, heaps of methods. Although I wouldn't say I've tested it out the way I did with Openclaw. Like Openclaw's sub agents I use all the time. Claude Code sub agents, I haven't even tested that out because I just use Openclaw. Might be worth checking out though. Sorry, forgot, liked, shame. Shame. Alright, let's see what it's saying here. The fix now prevents it in 3 layers. First, the deploy script writes richer progress state in test flight deploy.sh. It records the PID state, timestamps, and whether the run finished failed. Switch to manual upload. If the process dies, it writes a failed terminal state instead of leaving a half finished far behind. Second, the dashboard no longer blindly trusts. Third, the UI stops polling when it gets the stale failed response and shows a stopped stale state instead of spinning forever. So the way to avoid it happening again is keep using the lock deploy and point. Remaining way to recreate the old behavior would be by bypassing. Okay, let's merge and let's merge. So if I was to press this again, merge to Git. Okay, let's try this again. I'm gonna hit deploy. Oh, actually, I might have messed up here and it's probably gonna break now. What? Usually I feel like if I do this. No, it's not. I could just clean out the stale progress. Retrigger this deploy. Localhost crashed. Did you run that flow thing on Claude Code? I wasn't sure if it was worth it. Claude Flow. No, I haven't. What is it? Phase 1 of my app complete? Nice. Yeah, what is phase 1? Good question, Nose Knight. I feel like my product and niche is so good. I just need to get my app done. It might be copium, but I believe. Hey, you just got to push through creative. Push through all those debugging sessions, man. I believe in you. From the Santiago workspace, not this one. That 404 likely means the URL path doesn't match it. Is this the dashboard at port? What were you trying to access? Is our dev server not loading? Yes. Yes. don't know why it crashed. Maybe that's why the deploys didn't work. The issue is the server itself. Let me check what's going on. Claude made me realize I'm lazy AF. Spent 45% of weekly usage in 6 days. Now I have to burn 55% of it in 24 hours. Bro. Hey, that's relatable. Dog Dixon, man. Haven't seen you in a minute. Hope you've been well, though. Is that why you joined the live streams right now? You're like, ah, shit. Gotta lock in, gang. Gotta lock in. The server's running on Python. The 404 index means it can't find the file. The issue is likely that the path resolves differently when the server's running from the Santiago workspace from the earlier. There's likely a port conflict. Santiago server on 7 isn't the issue, but let me check if the server I just started actually crashed. Found it. PID is a Santiago workspace server, and it's that confirms the dev server. Failed port conflict with Santiago. Waiting on your call. Should I kill Santiago server and start this one instead? Yes. Santiago server clearly not working, so make sure it's a clean shut down and new one up. Nice. Okay, I think we did a big upgrade just now. I'm gonna try run through a full. Should local now go ahead and refresh your browser. There we go. So if I go ahead and deploy now, let's see what happens. This could very well be the reason why it failed, by the way. Usually something pops up. I'm gonna give this a few minutes. It's been stopping at 75%. For a minute now. So if you look, all right, I think I know what the problem is. So if you look at the old app factory, the deployment was done in a very specific way where the very first deployment was manual, and it showed that manual tab to guide the user through that journey. And I'm noticing now with the new deployment, it keeps getting stuck at 75%. And I'm assuming this is because this is the first deployment and we don't have that manual configuration in place. I think you might have patched it. I'm not entirely sure why. Can you look into the old app factory and why that was made? Because that was made through a hard-earned experience as to why the deployment kept failing. And I want to make sure that, you know, we're copying the same deployment style. Look into how that tab would look as well, the user journey, everything. Let me just, yeah, okay. Do you ever just move a project to a brand new chat when the chat you're in just keeps making mistakes? Yeah, 100%. You need to like change context. It's called context fatigue. When you talk in one chat for too long, the AI starts like screwing up. Ant-Man after hours, what up? Dang, 51 watching, 24 likes. That's what I'm saying, man. People ain't liking, bro. People ain't liking me, man. Phase 1 is app booting, tab bars showing 4 of them, light and dark mode. The update today makes it so you can control Claude Code from your phone, right? Yeah, pretty much. I made a mission control with Claude, but it didn't seem to actually be connected to the chat and be able to assign things. It was just a dashboard that the chat would update a file. I fully know what you're experiencing right now. I've actually tried to build that exact same thing, creative. Oh yeah, I got inspired by one of your shorts, the one about Claude usage related to industries. Oh, nice. Let's go, Dog Dixon. I'm glad, bro. Yeah, the shorts are good, man. They're like bite-sized research information about me just scrolling through X and talking about what I found. You should have all your AIs write down every single thing they do and feed that the new AIs. It would help. I did that last live stream. Today we're like patching everything based off of that exact thing that you just said last live stream. I just had GPT help me with it every step. I call them session. I find it. I need to do that a lot. Context fatigue is like a human. When you have a long conversation or lots of instructions or things to do, you get overwhelmed and forget stuff. Same with AI. Silly Led forgot to leave a like. How dare you, bro? I can't believe you. Are you able to have a mission control that is tied to your entire Claude, not just one chat, similar to the ones people are making on Openclaw? I believe, I can't see why not. I'm just trying to think how that would work. I can't seem to picture it properly. Why would you need a mission control? Is this to run multiple Claude instances? And if you want to run multiple Claude instances, what is the reason for that? I think you need to like break down a bit more what it is you're trying to do. Was good. That's what I'm saying. People be lurking low. A lot of lurkers around, man. Yeah, I'm gonna do a quick little bathroom break. Give me 1 sec. Doobie poopy time. That's funny. I need Doobie Poopy to help me set up Openclaw, man. Nose night, bro. As if you need help setting up Openclaw, bro. I know you're smart enough. Now, if the app is not yet in ASC, it does not. Old flow existed. The first deploy is not just slower, it is a different dependency boundary. The new factory now matches that map. Okay, let's have a look. Yes, the old factory really was built around a manual first deploy handoff, and the reason is concrete. What I found in the new factory, the UI already had the right concept, already had a split journey, first deploy manual with update auto. But the backend had drifted, would open Xcode for a manual upload and then keep running. Metadata screenshots, subscription setup immediately anyway, that is not the old behavior. I fixed that drift behavior now. Let's push those live. Man, this is kind of annoying. The workspace branch is behind the. I've isolated it to a single commit. Touch the deploy path. I probably need a refresh. It needs to open up Xcode. I know how this works. Oh, it has opened it up right here. But this is the wrong app. No? What's this? Distribute app. What is going on here? Let me just. Okay, let's actually look into what's going on here. I'm gonna refresh. Then I'm gonna hit deploy. And let's actually have a look at what is happening. Does something open up? Is Xcode being opened up? Like, what's going on? We have Intentra there. Let's get rid of this. We'll get rid of this as well. It's my Openclaw setup. Nice. Probably get rid of it though. Please, actually, I should probably do Claude Code here. Review. I have just pressed deploy and running into issues still. Can you look into backend and see what is breaking? I actually had YouTube ask me if I was a bot, lol. Aren't you a bot, Silad? I thought you were a bot. You're telling me you're human? Progress file is still stale from the previous attempt. Let me check the server logs and the deploy endpoint code to see what happens when you click deploy. The progress file was just updated, so you did just hit deploy, but the process already died. No deploy process is running. Let me look at the deploy endpoint in the script to find what's crashing. The key insight runs scripts both stand out and std go to, so errors. Found the problem the script has, which means it exits immediately on an error. Then the server launches it with both. Any build error silently kills the process. The progress stays as step 3 forever. Let me check what's actually failing with the build. Okay, cool. Okay, I've just noticed one thing. I got Codex to try and fix this, and it didn't fix it properly, and I think that's because we're using Opus behind the scenes to go through each stage. So using another Opus to look into that Claude CLI, it was able to find the issue where Codex wasn't. Now that's just a theory, a game theory, but Cloud session is available through the phone. Should I be moving my project to the cloud? I don't know, man. I haven't tested it yet, so probably the wrong person to ask. I'm not sure if there's anyone in the chat that's even used Claude from the phone. It's a very new update, so you have to play around with it yourself. I'm full on human in the flesh. I am a human male. Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I was never actually that big in Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I was more of the office kind of guy. Xcode archive. A command fails immediately with code 64 when run with shortened directory as the CWD, the script on line 72, but let me verify what's happening with archive path and auth files. My wife's into the office. B99 was alright too. Yeah, the office is where it's at, man. Just hit way harder for me. Felt more like real. I don't know. That's the bug. The key path contains a space, and on line 58 of the deploy script, the auth flags are built into a single string variable. 3 places. The cleanest fix is to change from a string to an array. Let me update the script. Now update all 3 usage sites to use auth. Dude, Opus, man, you're a machine, man. You're a machine. Yo, what the hell? Opus 4.6 1M? You telling me I'm not using the latest and greatest? How dare they not tell me about this? Dude, are you serious right now? Are you for real with me right now? Dude, are you for real with me right now? Okay, cool. I just did something, it showed me like... Now the process is still running past the archive step. It's building now instead of crashing. Let me wait for it to finish. Oh, nice! We're at 90%. Quick fix, man. Just gotta get Opus on the job, man. Gotta add another VC in the Discord, mate. They're all in use. You're joking. What the hell? What the helly? Everyone just wants to work by themselves. Hey, I'm new here. Quick question. In the revenue is generated by your app or what? Feel free to read the description. It gives you a full breakthrough on how all the money was generated. To be honest, we haven't actually generated any revenue when it comes to the app factory itself or these apps specifically. We're honestly in a bit of a revenue stalemate, if I'm being completely transparent and honest with you guys. We have literally 0 MRR right now. We don't have a single active... Oh shit, did I just... Is that gonna... I'm not gonna touch anything. But yeah, we don't actually have a single active app right now. And so I'm trying to fix that by getting this live as fast as possible. But yeah, that's why the last couple live streams have all been the same revenue count, because there's literally no money coming in. So I'm trying to fix that. Yeah. I accidentally pressed okay, and now I feel like I've screwed it up a little bit. Let's just have a look. Has any Xcode popped up? I think I might have messed up. Let's see, this is going. It shouldn't take that long. So I have a feeling it's gonna fail again. Have you merged and committed everything? I'll have to put this. Okay, it looks like we found it now. Also, let me check if the bug exists. Okay, there's another bug which is stopping at. The dashboard should now show 100% complete for MatchMind. It has not shown that. Deploy is grayed out. No code changes since last deploy. We're at 90% submitting. Okay. Both deploy scripts are fixed. MatchMind deployed successfully. Dashboard should show 100% now. Build will be on test flight in 15. Give me branch and commit ID. Please review. One thing I did notice is we're still at 90% here, so dashboard shows 90% still. One thing I have noticed with the deploy phase is when I click out of it, like accidentally, for example, I press the got it button, I have no way of determining whether that is still running in the background or not. So if I press deploy again, the button, I notice it starts loading from 0%. So is that creating a new deployed instance? Or is that the previous deployed instance? I also think we should have another button called canceled, or like a cancel button somewhere, so that if we're in the middle of the deployment and we need to change something or we forget something, we hit that cancel button. I like that it's grayed out because this tells me that it worked. Now, if I was to submit to App Store and I go into apps, MatchMind is right there. Okay, that's a good sign. It's got the icon. Does it have the metadata? Okay, it's got the screenshots. It's got the promotional text. It's got this. It even has the terms of use at the bottom. Does it have the subscription groups? It has the subscription groups. Okay. How's the building going, brother? It's going well, bro. It's going really well. It's just fully uploaded this app with its metadata, perfectly intact. Everything looks good to go. This is almost as if we have the old App Factory back to normal. My only qualm left is whether it auto sends me an invite on test flight. So let me just check my emails real quick. Man, my hair is cooked today. I shampooed and conditioned it, so it's all fluffy. It hasn't auto sent me the... Yeah, it has not auto sent me the invite. There's one thing that we will need to fix. Did Codex review? Hi, the branch is based on not current main, so merging the branch as is would roll back newer deploy runtime fixes that are already live. Is the branch versus main diff? It drops. The intent is to take only. Please review. So I'm gonna copy this and paste it back into here. Codec. Don't even need to mention that. Good stuff, man. Sounds like you're making some good progress. Cheers, your daily dev. Appreciate it. Appreciate it, gang. Appreciate it, bro. Part 2 backend. Cancel endpoint enhances progress. Good OS and signal. Test flight. Sheldon testers. Okay, so it actually did create a group. And it says it's invited me actually, which I did not actually see. So let me have a quick little geeze. Oh, I did get invited. Let's go. All right, everything's working then. Let me just quickly add it to my test flight on my mobile device. This little thing right here. And so I can redeem an invite and All right, so I'm just testing out the app right now. Your dating sidekick, upload chat screenshots and get spot fake profiles. Yo, not gonna lie, it's looking good. Tap to select a chat screenshot. So if I just screenshot a random conversation and upload it to the chat. Gemini API key is not configured. You see that? Gemini API key is not configured. So we know now that the Gemini Flash 2.5 or 3.5 or 3.1, whichever one it was we got, isn't configured. So let me fix that real quick. We'll probably archive this. Open up a new instance. And I might even just screenshot that. Hey. And just airdrop it. Hey, Big Daddy Hung, what up? Let's see if I can drag this from my MacBook Pro into... Okay, I can. Did that work? I don't think it did. Let me try something else. Okay, let me get this into here. I believe that work. What? Doesn't look like that worked. Why is this not working? Let's try images. Oh, yep, there it is. Okay, cool. So I'm just going to drag this into here. Gemini API not linked to the app builds. Please fix. Look at Claude DermD first and read thoroughly. This is a new app factory. Also look into how keys are now configured. Is this still working on that? Good catch from Codex. The branch is main. Interesting how it knows it's from Codex, hey. Main, I need to rebase onto current. Main before merging. The first commit, the space fix applied cleanly. The second commit, cancel reconnect, conflicts because the main already has a more sophisticated progress system with PID embedded in the JSON. Functions I need to resolve by adapting my changes to the existing main code. Let me look at what main already has and resolve the conflicts. I joined your Cord a while ago, but haven't really spoken much because I'm not that much of a talker, but we'll have to say what's up. Bro, yeah. Go in there, man. We're all super friendly. No one bites. Everyone's locked in on Vibecoding their own projects. I finally fixed my computer after 5 years, and the fix was so simple, it is infuriating. After smoking, I was thinking about it, and I decided to remove and short the cramps battery and put it back in, and it booted like nothing happened. Yeah, nice. The CMOS battery. Come on, Big Daddy, man. That's light work for you. I can see the issue. The app shows Gemini API key is not configured. Set Gemini. This means the app is looking for the API key in .env file rather than the readings it from the centralized config. Let me understand how keys are configured now and find the relevant app code. Restart the dev server to pick up the Python changes, then refresh the dashboard to see the cancel button. You restart the server. Also, I noticed that the current dashboard bugs a little, and the buttons and certain things glitch for a split second every couple of seconds. The problem, now I have the complete picture. So now let me check if there are any existing building apps that have the same stale error message or a missing key that would need to rebuild. Good news, no existing projects have missing keys. The existing builds have the key substituted, but all 10 existing projects have the old error message. Set Gemini in Envy. Let me update those too. The diagnostics warning are now about that chat coach app in the screenshot. That doesn't match any existing. You are looking in the wrong place. Look at Sheldon app. Read Claude.md closely. The app is called MatchMind. Okay, I'm starting to realize a clear issue. Okay, this isn't glitching now, but this is glitching. Oh, they're both still glitching. Okay, the cleanest fix, skip the full re-render if the project list hasn't changed, and do in place updates for the dynamic parts. The queue already has a guarded line if it skips re-render if a queued item is expanded, but it still fully re-renders when nothing is expanded. Same fix approach, but the queue is less visible, so the projects list is the main. Okay. From Sheldon App's own workspace. This Git repo, let me look there. I'm noticing every time I open up a new Claude instance, they are getting confused as to where to look, and they look at the wrong place. Can you just based off of what you experienced, add to the Claude.md what you would need to see in order to not get confused if you were a new Claude Code instance? Hey, how many apps have you shipped now? You've been shipping like 5 apps per day or something, right? I mean, that's what we're aiming for, but the app factory, we actually had to rebuild it over the last 4 days from scratch. So that's literally what we've been working on these last 4 days. The apps are being added to the App Store perfectly fine. Like here's MatchMind, we built through the app factory from scratch. It got uploaded to the App Store with all of its metadata. You can see the promotional text, the description, everything was added automatically. And you can also see here in the simulator, right here, the app is fully built and functional. We did actually just test it on test flight through our mobile device, and we found some issues. So we're just kind of debugging that right now. Do you ever just run bypass on permissions? All the time, bro. Now it's like the main thing. That's why it's so infuriating. I took it apart and bench tested my components and all was good. I was ready to buy a chip to flash the chip. Then remember the CMOS battery is so frustrating, bro. Hey, it sounds like you're speaking a different language to me, but I'm happy for you. Or sad that that happened. What is MatchMind? MatchMind is like this AI tool that helps you with your dating life through dating apps. You can upload screenshots and it'll tell you like suggestions. You can check photo authenticity. So like if a girl or a guy is like AI generated or like using too much editing, it'll tell you. It'll analyze people's bio. It'll also analyze your bio and optimize it. And it'll analyze other people's bios and give you an idea of what they're looking for. I think next thing will probably be this. We need to rebuild. Please rebuild MatchMind to pick up the changes. The Claude.mb has misleading outdated info. It says .mb for API keys line. The project's description does it distinguish repo artifacts from live apps, and there's no mention of the live workspace at all. Let me fix this. In key directories to be clearer. Nice. That was good. Done. The Claude.md now has a clear where things live section right up front that explains the 3 locations where live apps are actually are. Project names map to app names and where credentials live. Any Claude instance should immediately know to check the live workspace when debugging app issues instead of poking around in the repos. Nice. Cool. What's your thoughts on the Minis Forum AI X1 Pro Mini PC? Ryzen AI has an alternative to Mac Mini. Just started out. Bro, you're speaking like a different language to me right now. Hey, Big Daddy, can you answer Ryan Surf's question? You seem to know a lot about computers. Oh, there's a new deploy available. Can I just press the deploy on the dashboard myself and it will handle this? Let me check how the dashboard deploy button works. Yes, the dashboard deploy will handle everything. It runs. Just hit deploy for MatchMind. Okay, perfect. Now we can see, hopefully, the deploy working end to end. So let's have a look at this. Yeah, overkill and almost yes, please, lol. Too expensive overkill for what you'll need, Ryan. Are you talking for Openclaw? So many Viberinos. Would be great start, I agree. Just depends on what you are expecting to use it for. Hey, I was wondering if you offer some sort of unpaid internship. I am a high school student trying to put something cool on my college application. Unpaid internship, damn, that's definitely a first. I don't even know what I'd get you to do, bro. Tell me your skills. What kind of skills do you have, bro? Yeah, overkill and almost double cost of Mac Mini. Mac Mini is overkill too, but is an okay cost-effective option. A team of agents to automate my workflow around the clock. He does, bro. Contact him. Yo, what's going on here? We're still at 0. It doesn't usually take that long. Hit deploy and we are at 0% for a few mins now. Doesn't usually take that long. Can you look at what's going on? I'm a Vibecoder, Gemini for UI, Claude for backend, GPT for review, jik, but like should I send my resume or something? I mean, yeah, if you want. Tell me what you could do for me. Like, how do you see the internship looking? Where could you add value? But if you want to send your resume through, hit me up on Discord. Just DM me with your resume and I'll have a look, bro. Also, let me know, how long does the internship have to go for? The run script was missing from the live workspace. That's why deploy was stuck at 0%. I've copied it over. Try hitting deploy again on the dashboard now. What was that? Okay. Oh, we're already at 75%. Cancel deploy. Got it. Cool. Working now. In future, this won't be a problem, will it? Okay, thank you. I mean, nothing too long. You can land how long you need it to be. Okay. I reckon I could figure something out. I think I may try selling AI automation to businesses. Is this still a good idea in 2026? Bro, it is the best idea in 2026. What are you talking about? Openclaw has just come out and businesses are freaking out over everyone and their dog talking about it, and they have no one on their team to implement it for them. This is a huge opportunity right now. Building is easy, marketing and finding customers is almost impossibly hard. Agreed, bro. Agreed. Not impossibly hard, but hard. Shit, so free. Yeah, for real. Yo, this is the first time we've seen this screen. Nice. Update build in Tentra. You get an email invite. Tap update in the test flight app to get the latest build. All right. Let me update the app. I should get an update. Nice. Updating. Updating my app right now. NemoClaw is targeted to be like enterprise grade Openclaw. May want to look into that. That's true. NemoClaw. I actually really want to dive into that a little bit. I think I have a market idea and I have my iOS dev account. Okay, I'm gonna try out this feature again. Let's see if it works. I'm still getting this issue. New deploy was successful. Went ahead and updated my test flight app and I'm still getting the same Gemini AI issue. do you see in it? The error says set Gemini API key in .env. That's the old error message. That means the deploy didn't pick up the changes. Live has the real key and the Gemini service has the updated service, but the screenshot shows this means the build on your phone is from before these changes. Let's see. I'll wait a second, but I'm pretty sure this is the newest update. I updated after the deployment. Wait, how does Claude Code interact with the iOS simulator? Skills, bro, skills. I actually just bought a Mac Studio. Let's go, bro. That's a big investment. All right, my GPT 5.4 research says selling automated text bots to plumbers is something really in demand to rev over their leads. I'll do that. Yeah, plumbers, you've got electricians, you've got, think about like hospitality, think about cafes, all the admin work. Think about paying staff, maybe writing pay slips. Like there's so many automations out there that you can do. But I build large builds in huge vanity cases, so I'm more biased towards larger form factors. Wait, I made some for my aunt. She's a dentist, like a WhatsApp bot to book appointments. That's cool. And her friends wanted it as well, so I made it for them as well. Pocketed like 2K off 4 people. Dude, you could have charged way more than that. But yeah, nice. Good shit. I reckon just keep hitting up dentist people, man. If you've already figured out how to build that, hit up every dentist within 100 kilometers and offer them to do that for them. Show them the case study of what you've already done. And then say you're gonna charge like $3,000 or $4,000 for it. Think about how much time that they're going to save. Having to not have someone on the phone to, you know, book that appointment. You could figure out how to do phone calls as well. Like, can you expand your offering? You kind of already have customers that like what you did. Can you now offer additional services? Like, hey, I'll have like an auto responder on phone calls now that I can build for you. You know what I mean? Because they already trust you if you've given them good product. All right, I'm testing the app inside of my phone. Don't do the upload manually with correct credentials. Fix the hole. Fix the plot and patch the problem so I can test it manually. I was looking into what I could do for you as an intern. I low-key couldn't find anything. Is there anything you would want? Man, putting me on the spot a little bit, but I definitely have had ideas on automations that I haven't been able to work on. We can definitely have a chat in Discord for sure. I think a big one for me is like obviously content and researching behind the content. Like I've already got like a bit of a setup with Openclaw, where it actually already looks at, you know, trending tweets, and then based off of the trending tweets gives me like potential content ideas and things I could do on the live stream that's trending. Yeah, so yeah, let's have a chat. Let's see what you can do, bro. I'm sure there's something that you could help me out with. Where are you based, by the way? Are you from Australia or? Doesn't have the old error message anymore. The issue is that the previous deploy uploaded a binary, but that binary had the old error. The fix is already in the source. You just need to deploy again. Can we confirm the app factory in when deploying the next app idea won't run into these issues? Hey, what tools do you guys recommend using to build automation for businesses? Thinking of using Codex. I literally just started this idea 20 minutes ago, but I want an MVP by tomorrow. I mean, there's heaps of tools that you can definitely use. Just check out the Skills MP. Skills Marketplace. Obviously there's a lot of noise here, but if you look carefully, you'll be able to find certain tools and skills. And I've actually got a video coming out end of this week called Top 30 Claude Code Skills and MCPs and Tools. I reckon you would actually get a lot of value out of that. So stay tuned for that. XAPI is draining my credits. Is anything alternative way I can scrape X? There is an alternative way. It's just a bit shitter. I forgot what it was called. But there is an alternative. It's just not as good. The new X API is kind of the best. Maybe just think of, you know, how you can efficiently reduce costs. Maybe instead of scraping every couple hours, it scrapes once a day. Or maybe you change the settings. I use this skill, which works pretty well for me. X research skill. This lets you kind of filter out certain tweets based off of likes, based off of how much engagement they have. I'm not really finding that many issues. I haven't checked my X API in a while though. I did fill up the credits a while ago, so might need to look into that. But yeah, I'm not really finding any issues. For new apps. Cool, let's push these changes. So if I press deploy, deploy is not highlighted actually. Deploy is not highlighted. Let me give it a refresh. On the dashboard, meaning no new code has been added. Make Zapier N8N built with Claude. I have heard a lot of people doing that actually. Just connecting Claude to N8N. N8N is probs better, so much free shit other people have already made. Yeah, a lot of templates and stuff out there already. I meant for the MatchMind fix regarding Gemini. You told me to hit deploy on the dashboard of the app factory for MatchMind to fix the Gemini API. However, I can't hit deploy. $2026 community hackathon online. You guys can use that code for 1 month free on N8N. Yo, senior coming in with the goods. Really, N8N, I don't know if you guys watch Alex Finn, but he thinks that AI agent is garbage compared to Openclaw. Haven't used it myself though. N8N isn't like a actual, like agent. It's almost like a plugin. It was around before even Openclaw and stuff. And you can actually, it got popular as a no-code platform to build certain workflows. And so Claude actually plugs in really well to it because it can build complex workflows without you having to understand the whole N8N kind of framework. Get that guy onto your intern program ASAP, Dub. Yeah, so true. My man's still grinding. Let's go. Yes, sir. Nah, for real. I'm keen to work with you, senior. You seem like you know a lot. Seem very helpful. Build number bumped from 12 to 13. The deploy button should now be active on the dashboard. Go ahead and hit it. It's funny. Let me check if there's an update on test flight. Maybe looking at this wrong. Nope, no new update. It's grayed out, mate. God damn it, man. I did. Oh, there it is. It's active now. Okay, let's deploy. Oh. Okay. Let's see if this works. Once that goes, we should be able to see an update on test flight. Okay, it's just been uploaded. Refresh my test flight. Okay, new update. This should allow for Gemini, I think. Okay. Uploading to analyze chat. Yo, looking good. And boom. All right, we got AI functionality on our app now. You can see right here, AI analysis of my chat. Tone, casual, friendly, bold, playful. 1 p.m. is marking it down now. Don't be late. Sounds like a plan. Glad to hear everything is okay. See you Tuesday at 1. Nice. And it gives you potential responses. This is cool. I mean, I personally wouldn't use the app, but hey, might be some people out there that need a bit of AI help, you know? Need a bit of AI riz. Okay, so this is just a new app. It was the MatchMind app right here, this one. M4 Max 1950, that's pretty good. Not bad. All right, so we've now got our app end-to-end working. Let's go ahead and submit it. I tested it out, I don't mind it. Let's add for review. Oh wait, I need to do the privacy statement. Yeah, so app privacy. This is the one thing you need to do manually. So just click no, save. And then I think we got to go to app accessibility. No, we go to pricing and availability, set up availability, all countries or regions, next, confirm. And then I think we're good now. Those are the two things that we need to do manually. Then we can come in here add for review, submit. Before you submit, apps privacy practices. Oh, did I not press publish? Yep, publish. Okay, and then we come back here, add for review, submit. Boom. And there you have it, guys. We have literally just submitted another app into the App Store through our App Factory, end-to-end AI automation with a bunch of dickering in between. But hey, we're just going to pretend that didn't happen. I actually want to go have a look, and let's look at our analytics. So Plant Pulse now has 20 downloads. Considering no marketing whatsoever, it's not bad. I wonder if you can look at the analytics inside. Can I go to analytics here? 7 sessions. Sessions only include data from users who have agreed to share their diagnostics, and oh, that's nice. Okay, so some people actually opt into sharing the information. That's cool. 193 impressions. What's this conversion rate down here? Crashes, 0 crashes, that's good. So 67 product page views, 23% conversion rate. I'm assuming that's probably all of you guys. Sessions per active device. Downloads. App Store search. Okay, so 15 of you guys searched it, so I'm assuming that's probably why. We have an app referrer. Interesting. App Store browse. 19. We have 1 iPad user. Okay. I would be nice to know a bit more about campaigns. There isn't enough data to display campaigns. So if I... Oh, interesting. Make sure you copy the campaign link after you've generated it to see a campaign. Your app needs to be installed by at least 5 individual Apple accounts. Okay. Benchmarks. Okay, this will be cool to check out once we start the marketing, which maybe we work on next live stream. Are your apps paid? They are like freemium, kind of. You have like a 7-day free trial and then you have to pay. How long did it take for you to build it? I mean, the App Factory kind of, if it's fully operating without any issues or bugs, hey, it's not in active projects anymore. Let's go. It automatically detected that we submitted it for review. Very nice. So if I press resume, it's working on MindFlow now. And tomorrow we're going to look into what MindFlow, how MindFlow goes. Alright. One issue I already noticed is active project from, if I give this a refresh, I noticed when an app came from idea queue into active projects, it still has a copy in idea queue. It should be removed from idea queue when transferring into active projects. So what'll be super interesting now is tomorrow, if we come back and this is fully built, we are able to test it and we are able to deploy it without any hiccups. If that is the case, then low-key, the App Factory might be ready to be released, because I'd probably want to do like a full loop. But yeah, hopefully we can focus on the marketing tomorrow is kind of my vibe. I also work on something, but for Android. Really? Why do you work only on Android? I feel like the App Store has a lot more opportunity. You got ideas for the App Factory pricing, Doobie? So we're probably going to start at maybe, we're thinking around $50 to $99 monthly subscription. And it'll probably be a closed group as well. That, I guess, like, my reason for the pricing is because this is a tool that literally hasn't been built yet. Like, who else do you know that has this tool? It literally has the opportunity to make you a lot of money if you play it properly. So we're looking to do a closed group of individuals, maybe 10 to start with. It's going to be small. We're going to test it out with them for like maybe 10 to 50 actually. We're going to test it out with them. Based on their feedback and results, we're going to either change the pricing or we are going to iterate and make it different based off all the feedback. And then we're going to push it live. Hopefully it goes from there. And then we get acquired by OpenAI and then we call it a day. Challenge completed. You're gonna see me in a business suit the next time I'm on a live stream. And yeah, we'll go from there. Shotgun closed group. Check out I'll post it in the Discord, but it's also the first link in my description. There is a early bird sign up if you want to chuck your email in there. I'm not going to spam you with email marketing, don't worry. But I will send you an email when this is ready. And I guess the first 50 to join, it will be the part of the closed group. And it'll probably just be a channel on the Discord where everyone who paid or is part of the 50 will basically be able to iterate and test with us. But yeah, that's the whole plan. Let's go, Tim. We got someone who's in. That's exciting. Yeah, been tossing up on the pricing a lot actually. When I first started, I was thinking a lot cheaper, but then I kind of thought about it for a second. And I was like, hang on a second. We're literally building a platform where every single app it builds is literally a lottery ticket. If you think about it, every single app has the chance to literally print a shit ton of money. So for me, I actually kind of thought back and I was looking at the other products, the other AI products. You've got Rock Max. They charge $200 a month for their max plan. You've got, obviously, you look at like what ChatGPT is able to provide you. You look at what Cursor is able to provide you. Those are all manual inputs. You have to go in there and manually input it yourself. What the App Factory does is it's agentic coding environment. You don't input anything. We literally have an AI ideate button that comes up with the freaking ideas for you. It builds the app for you. You literally just wake up every morning and press accept and upload it to the App Store Factory and manually do everything. Like it's so automated to the point where I'm like, okay, this is actually like, I don't want a lot of people using this because then we're just going to flood the App Factory, the App Store with a bunch of these apps. And I feel like Apple might catch on. So I want to keep it closed. I want to keep it like, if the 50 gets sold out really quickly, I'm probably going to even increase the price. So yeah, that's kind of my thinking around that. And the monetization behind this is going to go towards the revenue earned in this challenge. So yeah, we'll go from there. I also have a question. Do you have an LLC or do you post apps as like an individual collaborator or something? Yeah, I got a LTD is what it is in Australia, a company. Doobie, you should do like a feature that app gets weekly updates or something. Yeah, so a feature that I'm going to be adding, and this is kind of why I want to make it subscription based, is because I plan to add a lot of features. One of them is going to be the shipped apps. Through the API, it's going to track all reviews. And if there's any negative reviews, they're going to come into here and it's going to be reported as a bug. Like if there's a specific thing that it says, like, oh, I hate the payment gateway, or oh, I hate the way that it buzzes me with notifications. It's going to get those reviews and then it's going to fix it by itself. So that's why I really want it to be a subscription, because I'm going to constantly be updating this with and improving it. Apple already catching on. Reviews used to take 24 hours or less. Now it's 5-10 days, sometimes 15-30. So too many vibed slop that Apple's review team has to review. GG. I mean, hey, that's the world we're heading into, man. If anything, Apple is going to have to increase the amount. And, you know, they've actually done this to themselves, because the Xcode MCP now accepts Claude Code and Codex. You can literally use Claude Code and Codex inside of the Xcode, Apple's own Xcode, which is what people use to build apps, right? Like, they are doing this to themselves. They know that that's obviously going to create, they're making more vibe coders build on Apple, and they're very much so open to pushing that. So I think it's going to be more a fact of them hiring more people to just review more apps. Obviously there's more frequency coming in, and, you know, whatever they throw at us, maybe they're going to say like, okay, the quality of app needs to be above a certain degree. Okay, cool. That's a problem that we can fix, you know? Why Apple doesn't use AI to automate reviews? Wait, should we build that for them? Yo, true. Nose Knight, stop sending your... I pay $4.99 for this Agentic App Factory. All right, bro. I mean, obviously you're not going to be in the top 50, you know? The first 50, Nose Knight. Nose Knight, you got to stop submitting your vibe-coded slop apps to Apple, bro, so that the rest of us can submit ours instead. You're holding up the queue, bro. You're holding up the line. Okay, this is another issue. Short of page, I'll leave. I noticed the app came from... Yes. Let me ask Codex actually. Is this the best fix to this solution? I noticed every time an app goes from queue into active projects, we lose a lot of the research. It doesn't show when I expand the app tab like I do app tab. Please look into and fix. Doobie, are you paying for the API costs? Are you using like 5 Claude Max plans? I use 2 Claude Max plans right now. What the hell? The only person who gave you real advice, and now I'm not in the App Factory waitlist. I mean, you got to hit the... I mean, if you're gonna pay $4.99, then that's not within the price point, buddy. DB, are you paying for the... Yeah, I literally just have 2 Claude Code Max plans, and it just... That's what I'm using to build the apps. No issues at all. In the settings, you can configure everything. You just add all your credentials. It will fix it all for you. But yeah, this App Factory is literally like, we've been building this for ages, man. Like, we started working on this a long time ago. Like, I've actually lost track of time how long we've spent building this thing. I think we started like around here. Day 28. So we've done literally nearly 20 days on the app factory, which is just insane actually, if you think about it. I think that might be the longest I've spent on anything. Sway was around, I mean, when did we start Sway? I wonder, I think we started Sway. I think we started Sway. I don't think Sway was even that long. So yeah, I think App Factory is the longest we've spent on any project. And it's looking pretty solid. I'm pretty happy with the outcome. This ninja burning money like there's no tomorrow. Crazy. What do you use? Nose. I should probably look into how much I'm burning with the App Factory. That'll probably be a good insight to have for you guys. Let me see. The reason about the server is wrong. Codex goated, man. What's the main contributor to the revenue right now? You can read the link in the, not the link in the, you can read the description and it gives you a full breakdown of everything, my entire journey up until this point. Helper function. Check your messages. You got an unexpected power outage, Vince, brother. I would prefer to do any YouTube account problem setup. Yeah, no problem, man. Kickstart Eddie, where have you been, brother? Haven't seen you in a while. Do you already got the first conversions? What do you mean? We got a few. 1, 2. This is still waiting for review. This is still MatchMind. I don't know why the icon went away. Actually, this is outdated. This is the new one. Waiting for review. So we have 1, 2, 2 apps waiting for review. 2 that need a bit of assistance. Let's pull and root, push and merge everything. DB, sent you my resume, by the way. All right, I'll have a look, brother. Got the opportunity of a lifetime and been building a lot. Let's go. Good to hear, bro. I'm glad things are on the up and up for you. Already got some paid users? Not yet. Not yet. I do. Tomorrow I'm going to work on the marketing. Plant Pulse came out. We got about 20 downloads. It's been about 5 days, I'm going to say. So I think the next step is going to be, I want to do that automated marketing flow that I had in mind. How smooth was it to add your bank account to iOS? What do you mean? For the payments? It was a little janky, actually. I do remember it being a little bit janky. You need to sign like a few waivers and stuff. Let me give this a refresh. Verification skipped, API unavailable. Now that's definitely something that we need to fix. Read through Claude.md to understand the context. And look into why we are facing this problem. Review. All right, on that note, guys, dude, my hair is messed up. Jesus Christ. I'm probably going to wrap it up here. I think we got some decent work done today. I do have to, I have a meeting with Vince that I need to talk to about the Discord bots. I also got to film some content. So I'm going to leave it here. Thank you for keeping me company today. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Silly Led, Nose Knight, Kickstart Eddie, Senior, Vince, Tim, appreciate you popping in. Good chatting with you as always. Damon, Graduation Bear, Rasty popped in for a little bit. It was nice to see you. Joshua, as always. Jasco was around for the whole stream, popping in and out. You good? Big Daddy Hung, Ryan Surf. I hope you got what you wanted. F4, appreciate you. Matrix, Helios, Blues, Ashlon Reacts, Your Daily Dev, Creative, Ant-Man After Hours, Jerome, Dog Dixon. Thank you. Thanks for stopping in. Thanks for coming through. Appreciate y'all. I'll see you guys tomorrow. And yeah, peace out.